by the back door. I think it's made from a guttering. Pat made it me. Recycle the old. These are massive water things from Works. And I just chuck the grey water and the dishwater and any spare water in here. And mostly I use clean water because it takes a long time for the water to heat up before it reaches our taps. Put it in little jugs and then throw it in here. Sometimes I put it direct into the watering cans. The downside is I can only carry about this half full, but it's a great little container. And this one will be the next one. And that I can carry quite easily. But if I can't, I just tip it into the watering cans. Off I go. Stuff because it can get infected, and so use mostly on outdoor plants. Here's one I cleaned earlier, and look what I've done. I've cut the bottom off because I'm going to use it to protect fragile plants outside when I plant them out, tomato plants, etc. It means I can plant them up early, and there's a hole in the top so air can get in and out and it doesn't get too cold. Check over the plants in the morning. Nice little cobweb here, he's enjoying himself. Ooh, another asparagus has popped up. I thought they were all completely a goner. These are the little chilies that I didn't realise that had come up, but some kind of chilli or peppers. We will wait and see. Yeah, I just checked that they're nice and I don't like things standing in water, but I don't mind a bit of water. I watered those last night, so they're well watered. And really the mornings I use for watering and prepping, because then I come out about 3 o'clock after the sun's hot and get on with office work in the meantime. Open up my little coal frame. It hasn't been opened for a bit. They need a water. A little bit, yeah. Just a quick word about watering. Try sticking your little finger in the best way to judge. Now that's lovely and moist in there. And you can see actually there's quite a bit of moisture. I don't normally leave them sitting in trays. I don't mind a tiny bit of water at the bottom, a little bit of moisture. It very much varies plant to plant. Think what the plant likes. Chilies are going to probably want it a little bit more drier than something like a grown-up tomato. When you get onto the herbs, it's the same game. So you're going to have to vary it depending on the plant a little bit, not when you're starting them off growing. Give them the right heat and water and they will come back and say, yes, please. Too much water, you will rot the seeds. I used to do that endlessly until I learnt from Louise. She used to almost neglect hers initially and I was over watering. Inconsistent watering with things like tomato plants later on, you'll get the actual tomatoes popping. They split their skins. You know, they think it's drought 1 minute and then you give them a glug of water and the next thing, before you know it, the plants have popped their skins and the tomatoes are split. So tomatoes in later stages definitely need it regularly once a day, or set up a system. Again, it depends on the weather. If it's really bright weather, they'll need it once a day. If you've had showers and you've got them outside and it's cooler weather or cloudy weather, the soil's not going to evaporate from the skin too much. But don't be tricked by the top of this. That can look really, really dry and the plant will be dead water, wet underneath, because the surface has just evaporated. So stick that little finger in, ooh, and have a little feel around. And, ooh, yes, you're nice and wet. I watered all these yesterday. So vary it according to the plant type, the weather conditions around, and the age of the plant. These little tomatoes will take neglect at the moment, but they won't take neglect once they've got fruit on them. And the plants will tell you what's wrong with them. This looks a little bit hungry. A little bit. Look how beautiful that is compared to it. They're a slightly different plant. That's my butternut. It's not a daisy, it's a butternut. And so I'm going to have to have a quick check of that one. Yeah, it does seem a little bit on the drive. I wouldn't have said a lot. The other thing to be careful of is misreading what the problems are. You'd have thought this on this plant here was dryness from thirst. It's not. It's from sun scorch. Since we had the big conifer cut down, Leylandii, I've had to put up some, this is just temporary screening, because the greenhouse gets so really, really hot. It gets all the sun at all the times of the day now. So that's what we've had to do.
And there you go,
there
some
you
of
have
the key
it, 5
tips
watering tips
on
for you,
watering
based
based
on
on my
blunders of
historic
my past.
blunders. Hope you enjoy. Have fun.